There is no more picturesque stadium in all of sports than the Rose Bowl. It's week 11 of this college football season, and our coverage on EA Sports continues. It's the NC State Wolfpack and the UCLA Bruins. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Hey, I caught up with the UCLA head coach before the game. This team has embraced proving people wrong all season. After they started the year unranked, now they have put themselves in a position nationally to possibly make the college football playoff. They do still have work to do, but he said, my guys in the locker room believe we can be some of the best in the country, and we aim to prove it every time we step on the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range if people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love. Now, Jesse, how do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Quarterback changing the play. The run inside. It's Knight. Just smothered on the play. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
It's so hard to get to quarterbacks when they get the ball out of their hands this fast. Great job understanding what the defense is doing, right away assessing, hitting the corner route right off the jump.
Throwing, Imaliava. Snagged in the middle, it's Ellis. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, first and goal. He'll pull it on the read. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
The play fake. Throwing right. Finds his man. It's Snow. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the back. On his feet at the 40. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that and pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, and he could have stopped the drive right there with the pick, but he couldn't hold it.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Scanning the field, it's Bailey. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Wants to throw on first. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Just ran over it. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
And As a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
It's Matthews. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Calls his own number. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were.
Snags it, and there's running room. He's stopping. He's got enough to move the chain.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Iamaleava got his man. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Leaves it in his belly. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. The Bruins moving the chains on the ground. They've had some great running backs there. Some have flown under the radar a little bit.
Yeah, guys like Jonathan Franklin. And listen, you can always find elite recruits and great playmakers out there in the Golden State.
Caught behind the line. It's Smith. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
From the gun, it's Knight. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Makes the grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, let it get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Makes a connection. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And he stopped right there, no gain on the play.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he could even get started. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Long way to go on second down. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun on third down, Iamaleava turns it upfield. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's third down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up fourth and short, and you've got to think on offense. You've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this first down.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's gone. Turning it on. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Send the tight end in motion. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Unloads it left. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Searching for space, and the returner is stopped. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Swarmed under, 5-yard loss on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Throwing, Imaliava. He put some heat on that one down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. Now the Wolfpack will use the first of their timeouts. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Bailey. What a job to lay out and make the catch. You always hear put it on the tight end's body, Jesse, but with this guy, you don't have to all the time.
No, he's got long arms, Reese, and he's athletic. I mean, this guy can jump. He can go vertical. He can go horizontal. And that, my friend, was a stab. That was incredible.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Sells the run, wants to pass. Rushes on. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
That's caught. It's Jackson. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for this offense.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
I tell you what, to get home to the quarterback and force pressure while just rushing 3 allows your back end to cover so much space. Now you got 8 guys in coverage. It makes you really dynamic in the back end of your defense.
He's got it. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. Timeout called by NC State. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Sells the run, looking to pass. Turns up, it's Scott. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Swings it out to his running back. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Defenses understand I got to take away my throwing lanes and then react to that running back. But what does the QB do? Checks the ball down, thinks his running back can make the play in space. The defense says absolutely not. Breaks on the football, gets him down on the ground, forcing the 4th down.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Play action, Iamaleava. Rolls right. On the run, deep down the right side. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Bringing it back. Inside the 30. Quick step and go. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the 1st half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We start with Colorado taking on the #1 team, the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's the Sooners in need of a miracle right now. They haven't really been competitive today, and that's stunning considering this team is the #1 team in the country. Now let's take a look at some other top 25 action going on around the country.
He's got the 1st down. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the 1st half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, 1st drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the 2nd half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign. But you got to be able to put those plays back to back now. Really nice job early in the drive coming up with a big one in your own end. But now you've got to be able to string some of those along now and score some more points.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So
Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Going the other way, and he's got room. Past the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Bruins. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
how about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And they tacked on the extra point. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. This is a designed run. And that ball is live in the backfield. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls over.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Play fake, Iamaleava. Buying time to his right. Going to try to get it himself. And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day.
And, man, you see it again. It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such a...
Touchdown, UCLA! Got it right in the heart of the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. NC State heads out gearing up to go on the attack. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
Trying to get the corner. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch.
Man, that's fumbles in consecutive weeks. Coaches don't like that. They start to, you know what happens is the trust factor goes out the window. I don't want to run you as much because I can't trust you as much, especially in big spots. Got to hold on to that football.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Iamaleava on the play action. Still looking to his right. He'll pull it down. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
On that RPO, the QB is just trying to keep it himself and see if he can get the first down, but nothing doing. He wasn't able to spring free, just too much speed defensively, and now it sets up 4th down.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Absolutely center cut. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
Give the defense a ton of credit in this sudden change situation. Their offense just coughed it up. And this defense comes out, they go 3 and out and force a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going to the ground. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Can't get him to the ground. Nowhere to go.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
Rolling right and going deep. Makes a grab for a big play. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Scott. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Churns into the pile. Breaks into the open. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them own the line of scrimmage, be physical. In this area of the field, this is what they call the fringe, right outside the red zone. It's kind of your last opportunity to take shots, take advantage of the extended space on the field before you get cramped in the red zone. So I look for this offense to be aggressive.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. With the run on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Move to his right. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, NC State! This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
He'll bring it out. It's Morgan. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Making the adjustment on the play. Iamaleava. Out wide left, it's Grohl. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Man, so nice to have a QB. When you need him, in the moments, can get those big third down conversions with his legs. He does it here. He showed you the wheels some today, but a nice job late in this football game when you really need it.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
To the air, it's Iamaleava. Sends it downfield. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Taking it the other way. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is...
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the 4th quarter.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Throws toward the end zone. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Play clock was down to 2 seconds, but they call a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. First and 10 from their own 1, and they really need to create some breathing room. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Incomplete, and they fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
The pass didn't work last time. It might this time. Got it behind the line. It's Smith. You don't see that much. Complete the pass and still end up getting stuck with a safety.
I have no idea what the receiver's thinking on that. You make the catch, you got to get north, you got to go down right away. You cannot run backwards into your own end zone. Heads up play by the safety. He just tracked him down and is like, bro, you're going to run backwards. Great. You just made my job easier. And they get the 2 points.
North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy.
Time to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better footballer.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He tries to take the top off. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Wide receiver going in motion. Throwing, Iamaleava. He wants it all. Touchdown, Bruins. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. It bounds. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes...
Flying down the right side. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, North Carolina State. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the fourth quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly, Dave.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Motion from the wideout. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. And now the Wolfpack will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Third down from the gun. Here's Nico Iamaleava. Stepping to the right. He'll pull it down and run. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the door, put that foot on your throat, and not take it off. Nobody was open that time. It looked like he was going to get sacked, and he just very nonchalantly was able to buy himself some time. He gets outside, uses his speed, picks up the first down. The offense stays on the field. They've already got the lead, and now they're just bleeding this clock away.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. The handoff, keep working on that clock.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They'll run him again. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Keeps it moving. It's Knight. No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready. Timeout called by NC State. That's their second. And now they'll be able to stop the clock just one more time. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Moves the pocket. It's Hudson. Out wide right, it's Dozier. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Caught. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Finds his big tight end. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
Man, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm, the passing game looking good.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. Selling the fake. Under pressure. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passes.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snapped it, and he has to have it. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
On these critical fourth downs, as a quarterback, you've got to find your best matchup, and they didn't just get the first down. He had his guy one-on-one. He took a shot, and it pays off for a huge score.
How about this? These guys are going for two. Trying to barge their way in. He'll get in there as they draw 2 points closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
And what is this? They're setting up the punt on first down. Fair catch will be made just inside his own 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
Sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different-looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And, David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.